So in today's video, we're going to be testing out if our brand new hybrid bike is able to keep up with a carbon race-ready road bike. We've got my wife here, Tunchan.
Hi everyone.
She's going to be riding her carbon road bike here, and I am going to be testing out our brand new aluminum Trek FX2 hybrid bike. We bought this bike so we'd be able to do some bike touring together, but we want to test and see if I'm able to keep up with her on the road bike. Normally my fitness is considerably higher than my wife's because I'm an ex-racer and I do a lot more training than her, but we're hoping that this will sort of balance it out with the extra weight and everything and all the cheaper components on this bike and all the extra drag. So we're going to test and see how these bikes compare while I'm riding the extra heavy, extra big hybrid bike. And we're going to be testing out some different terrain here, some flats, some hills, and hopefully Tung doesn't give me too much of a workout. So let's go ahead and get started.
Let's go.
So the last video we uploaded on our channel, we did a full overview of this bike, talking about why we got it and all of the different components and everything. You'll notice that we have a few new upgrades on the bike. We're just doing a few tests right now on some different bag setups. So we're going to be getting some pannier bags to use on the touring. I don't have it. It didn't come in the mail yet, so we're waiting on that. We're testing out a top tube bag here from Craft Cadence. We also got some new grips here. So a couple of you guys recommended getting some more like bullhorn style grips. We couldn't find many options here in Vietnam, unfortunately, but these are pretty cheap. These are only a few dollars, so we're testing these out to see if they work. It feels kind of like cheap plastic, but let's see how well they hold up. We also got this cool little extension here for the cycle computer, and for today's ride, just so we can do a good analysis and comparison, I got my power meter pedals attached, so we'll be able to see how everything is comparing to my normal ride. And I've got my heart rate monitor attached, so we'll really be able to see how hard I need to push to keep up with Tunchan. So we're starting today's ride here over by the Dragon Bridge. Unfortunately, no too good of views today. It's a bit cloudy, but let's go ahead and get started. So we're starting over here by Dragon Bridge. It is a little bit busy over here because this is a tourist spot, but it should get a little better once we get out of here. But we've just got a few kilometers of some busy traffic, and then we'll have some nice cycling ahead.
Follow me.
Tung's gonna be leading out today's ride. Okay, so we're a few kilometers into our ride. A lot less traffic over here. And yeah, unfortunately, just a really cloudy, not too great day. This is a really popular sunset view spot here in Da Nang, Vietnam, one of the tallest bridges in the city. So we've been riding about 4 kilometers so far. I'm currently putting out 160 watts. We're going 28 kilometers an hour, and my heart rate is about 115. So right around in my zone 2 range right now. And currently, Tung doesn't have a power meter on her bike, but she has a heart rate monitor. She said her heart rate is about 120 right now. So normally when we do zone 2 rides together, I'll be riding in the front, I'll be pulling her, and I'll be about 20 to 30 BPMs lower with my heart rate compared to her. So we're at our usual kind of range, but one major difference is she's actually pulling in the front now and I'm behind, but we still have that differential, so that's a good sign. It looks like I'm not needing to work too hard to keep up with her at about the same zone. But I definitely do notice that this bike feels like, the only comparison I can give, it's like you're driving a sports car versus driving a pickup truck. The pickup truck is still fast. It's got some good momentum, but all the acceleration is going to be slow. It feels like it has a lot more momentum with it. And also, my current position, I haven't dialed it in yet, but my current position is extremely upright right now. And I definitely need to lower my front handlebars a little bit because I'm not getting that much of a draft from her. I feel like I'm just looking straight over her helmet. Here's a fun other little unique tourist attraction. Tung's filmed a video for that on her channel if you want to go check it out. This is another like really nice area. We usually finish our rides this way, so we're kind of doing an opposite loop just to show you guys a different area, because we usually do our sunset rides here, so it's going to be getting too dark if we did our normal route the normal direction. So we're doing it in reverse today. But so far I'm feeling pretty good on the flats. I feel like with just a few adjustments to my position, getting used to the bike, like doing a zone 2 ride together is no problem. and I might even be able to take some pulls up in the front. One major difference when we do our actual touring is we're going to be loaded down by a lot more luggage. Mainly, I'll be having 2 pannier bags on the back of my bike, but we're also thinking to get a frame bag for Thung's road bike and also a bigger like rear saddle bag for her to carry her clothes at least. So we're both going to be weighed down a little bit, and so I don't think it'll change too much, at least on the flats. It'll make a big difference when we're on the hills though, that's for sure. So that was a pretty big bump right there. That's already one thing I'm noticing, like a big difference with this bike versus the road bike. Just with the extra wide tires, all the bumps, all the roads are a lot smoother. Currently on my hybrid bike, we've got 35 size tires with the fenders, and yeah, you got to be careful cycling and riding any vehicle in Vietnam, because people just walk across the street even though like there's an oncoming car. So that's another dangerous thing about bike touring here in Vietnam. You can't let your guard down at any time. But anyway, I'm feeling pretty happy with this bike so far. One other upgrade we might make is, I wasn't sure about the durability of these tires. I couldn't find many like good reviews for them online, the stock tires on this bike. So we might be getting some Continental Sport tires. Those are what we're using on Thung's road bike right now. She's got 25s on her road bike, but we're gonna get some 32s maybe to put them on this bike. So hopefully that'll improve the rolling resistance a little bit and reduce the weight a little bit. So if we do need to go over some climbs, just help improve the speed a little bit. Actually, we might keep these tires on and just bring those as spares in case we do get a puncture. Might as well run these tires. We might as well run these tires until they're gone so we don't put them to waste. So we can bring the new tires with us and change them when we need to. This is another nice scenic spot here. This is Monkey Mountain over here, so we do a lot of climbing with that. So Monkey Mountain's a pretty tough climb. We just did it yesterday.
Yeah, big hill climb.
Yeah, you like big hill climb? No?
Not too much.
We should try hill climb together with me on this bike and you on the road bike. Actually, maybe we'll make that a future video. But not today. I'm tired from intervals this week.
Yeah. My leg tired.
So that's actually a good point for the transition. We're gonna head over to some of the hills over in that area, and we're gonna test out this bike on the hills and see how it performs. We're by the port area right now, so lots of boats over here. So let's check back in once we get over to the hills. So we made our way over here to the Son Tra Peninsula. This is a very popular place with some scenic views along the ocean and lots of nice fast rolling hills. So far, our current average speed is about 25 kilometers an hour, and that's not bad considering our start. We were going a little bit slow, just sort of going around looking for a place to start to film. So yeah, staying in like easy zone 2 for the most part, averaging 25 kilometers an hour. That's not bad considering we're loaded down, and I'm sure we can get that average speed up as well. But here we are, we're starting our first little climb here. So my power is definitely going up. I'm going up into 250, 270. And unfortunately, we don't have a power meter for Thung, so we can't really do a direct comparison. It takes a little bit for the heart rate to go up. Oh wow. Lots of security vehicles right now. It's sometimes like that when they have a prestigious person visit. There's actually a very big like international resort up here. So sometimes when famous people or important people visit, they got the whole crew. So Thung says her heart rate's gone up to 145. I'm at about 130. I will say the shifting under stress on this bike isn't that great. But I can't really expect too much with a budget bike. Yeah, she's still pushing it. I'm having to hold like 280 watts just to keep up, but we're almost cresting the hill. My heart rate's still not too bad though. I'm still 135. I'm still in my zone 2 heart rate just because this is a shorter effort. And here we go. This is the downhill. This is where we're going to see how much advantage we have over her. We got all this extra weight we can use now. Bye bye. Okay, that didn't work out as well as I'd hoped. She just hooked on our draft and then slingshot around. All right, smaller ring it is for this climb. We're on the second one now. I'm not wanting to push too hard today because I have been overtraining a little bit lately, and I've got a slight little knee injury acting up right now. Just because I went from no riding at all to the last month doing 10 plus hours every week, full on with intervals. And I think my body's telling me to get a rest. Oh my God, that guy, his bike does not sound good. But we're keeping up. I'm in my lower threshold right now. 270, 260. We're pulling her back. Heart rate is still lower actually, so 128. I'm not sure if that's because my fitness is improving or that's a sign telling me that I need to rest. Oh, there, it just jumped up, 138. It's probably delayed, 140. But yeah, I like this a lot. It evens out us for on our ride so we can get a more equal kind of workout. But if Tuung's fitness does improve, I'm sure I'm gonna be suffering a lot. But right now, it's a pretty good balance. That'll be a different story when we load the pannier bags full of luggage though. Woo! The other really nice thing about the hybrid bike is we got the kickstand. I'm also really liking this top tube bag because it lets me get my phone right away to get some extra shots. All right, I think that's pretty good for today's climbing test with the bikes. We're here at the top of the second climb here on the Sontra Peninsula. This is a really popular spot. Lots of people come here for evening drinks and snacks here to get the sunset view. This is the city view over here of Da Nang, and so we're going to be turning back here, heading back towards the city, continuing our ride. But overall, I'm pretty happy with today's test. I think we showed that we're able to ride both of these bikes together. So Tuung on the carbon race bike here and me on the aluminum hybrid bike. We're going to continue testing out this bike setup to see what works, what other improvements we can make. Hopefully my new tires will come in soon and our new pannier bags, so we'll really be able to test it out. And let us know down in the comments if there's any other comparison videos you'd like to see in the future. I think we're going to have to do a monkey mountain race with Tuung on the road bike and me on the hybrid bike. What do you think, Tuung? Do you want to do a monkey mountain race?
I want to try.
You think you can win?
Yes,
Yeah, really?
I can.
All right, it's on. Monkey Mountain Hill Climb Challenge. Tuung on the road bike, Cruz on the hybrid bike.
Yeah.
All right, let us know down in the comments who do you think is gonna win. And we're gonna finish up today's video here, but before we go, we wanna say a special thank you to all of our awesome supporters over on Patreon. Thanks to your guys' support, we're able to continue filming more videos like this, so we really appreciate it. Thanks as always for watching, guys, and we'll see you next time here on Tuvo Cruise.